The first blow. The galaxy's balance shattered on a day the Carith Dominion thought unremarkable. Their fleet, gleaming arcs of metal and arrogance, descended on the human colony of Asteron's Reach. The Carith called it a demonstration, a lesson. With plasma fire that cracked mountains and beams that turned oceans to vapor, they erased entire cities. Millions of civilians, farmers, miners, children, obliterated in the span of an afternoon. On the Dominion's command decks, alien officers laughed. To them, humanity was a frontier species, tolerated but irrelevant. Earth's fleets, they claimed, were scattered and underpowered, its treaties a brittle shield. And so the Dominion broadcast their triumph. "See the dust that was your colony," they sneered across the stars. "See how your cries echo in silence." Aye, arrogance on the throne. In the Dominion's capital, celebration flowed like firewine. Admirals toasted one another, convinced Earth would petition for mercy. "They have scholars, not soldiers," one general boasted. "They have ships but no will," another added. "They cannot fathom the strength of empires. Their kind bends before the lash." A council of alien nobles watched the recordings of Asteron's Reach burning. In their eyes, humanity was too young, too fragile, too civilized to respond. Their certainty was absolute. Their mistake was fatal. The encounter. On the 73rd day after the slaughter, the Dominion patrol ship Velthar captured a lone human drifter. His vessel, scarred and half derelict, bore the markings of Asteron's Reach. The crew dragged him before their scanners. His body was crisscrossed with burns, deep cuts, and old wounds knitted together by time. His back carried lattice marks like brands, his chest jagged streaks that glowed faintly in the harsh scanner light. The Dominion's medical AI hummed. Its circuits glitched, then stuttered. In a voice drained of certainty, the machine asked, "Query, subject combat history exceeds catalog. Has this being fought a god?" The chamber fell silent. Even the alien stepped back. The human raised his eyes, cold and unbroken. "No," he said, "not yet." Silence before the storm. That recording, just 7 words, spread faster than plasma fire. Across the Dominion, laughter curdled. Whispers replaced mockery. Because behind the human scars lay an unspoken truth: survival. Every wound marked not weakness but endurance. Humanity did not fall when beaten. They endured until the beating ended, and then they struck back. When the Dominion's analysts studied Earth's past, they found records buried in archives. Wars fought against overwhelming odds, empires fallen to ragged rebels, disasters endured until survival itself became victory. The laughter stopped, but it was already too late. The breaking point. Earth's silence ended on the 99th day. Without declaration, without ceremony, the void filled with shadows. From Neptune's dark orbits came dreadnoughts older than the Dominion itself, behemoths hidden for generations. From the asteroid belts, stealth carriers unfolded wings of steel. From Mars, legions of dropships ignited engines. Comms across the galaxy crackled with a single human broadcast. Asteron's Reach remembers, humanity answers. The Dominion's admirals, who once mocked, now stared at screens filled with nightmares. Fleets moving in coordinated silence, formations blotting out suns, war machines carved from Earth's patience and rage. The hand of vengeance. The first strike fell not on battle fleets, but on symbols. The Dominion's great shipyard of Caritha's prime, where their prideful warships were birthed, vanished under human rail cannon fire. Tens of thousands of alien workers watched as kilometers of metal dissolved into molten rain. Then came the fuel stations, the relay satellites, the listening posts. Humanity struck with surgical brutality, crippling the Dominion's arteries before their armies could even move. And when Dominion warships finally scrambled, they found themselves hunted. Human cruisers emerged from asteroid shadows, dreadnoughts dropped out of dark hyperspace, and every battle ended the same. Dominion ships scattered as wreckage, drifting embers lighting the void. VII, storm on the ground. The Dominion believed humanity weak on land. They were wrong. On Ravar IX, Dominion soldiers prepared to crush a small human foothold. Instead, armored exosuits fell from orbit like burning meteors. Humans emerged, silent, faceless, relentless. Every advance of Dominion infantry met walls of plasma. Every armored column was shredded by railfire before a single shot could land. Survivors swore the humans moved like storms, unrelenting, merciless, coordinated as if a single will drove them. Within 72 hours, Ravar IX was no longer Dominion territory. It was a human-forward bastion. VII, the climax of fire. Then came Asteron's vengeance, the largest mobilization Earth had ever unleashed. 1,000 dreadnoughts formed a spearhead. Carriers released swarms of fighters like locust clouds. Planet crackers, weapons Earth had vowed never to build, revealed themselves as if they had always been waiting. The Dominion's capital, once untouchable, watched the skies darken as the human fleet arrived. Alien admirals screamed orders. Fleets scrambled. Planetary shields glowed like suns. But against the tide of human vengeance, it was ash before the storm. Battles lasted minutes, not hours. Dominion fleets folded. Shield generators imploded. Their palace spires cracked under orbital bombardment. And above it all, human ships broadcast the same cold sentence. The galaxy asked if we had fought gods. Today, gods would beg us for mercy. IX, ashes and echoes. When the firestorm ended, the Dominion no longer existed. Their worlds lay shattered, their fleets erased, their leaders silenced. In the ruins of their capital, survivors crawled from bunkers. They did not find human occupation, nor human speeches, only silence. The victors had no need for triumph. Among the rubble, whispers spread. Never provoke Earth again. They waited, they endured, and then they erased. Patience is their shield. Vengeance is their blade. X, the lesson written in scars. Across the galaxy, empires took notice. Treaties shifted overnight. Borders were redrawn. Armies once arrogant now trembled at shadows of human fleets. For the Dominion's last survivors, the memory of that lone human prisoner haunted them most. The man whose scars had triggered the scanner. The man who admitted he had never fought a god. Because now, in the wake of annihilation, the galaxy wondered. If humanity had not yet fought gods, what would happen when they did? XI, the silence that follows. In the cold aftermath, Earth spoke only once more. A message transmitted not in threat but in fact. We seek no throne, we desire no empire, but know this, humanity forgets nothing. We endure, and when you harm our own, we answer. And then the channels went silent. But silence can thunder louder than any fleet. The galaxy lived in dread, knowing the truth written in scars. Humanity's vengeance was infinite, their patience boundless, their memory eternal.